Welcome to Class 7 of our Air Conditioning Duct Design course, in which we continue deepening the fundamental concepts that every HVAC technician, engineer, or student must master in order to properly size an air distribution system, ensuring efficiency, comfort, and reliable operational performance. In this session, we will develop a basic calculation for the design of an air conditioning duct installation. This practical example will allow us to understand the general procedure applied in simple systems, especially in homes, small commercial spaces, or small offices. This type of exercise is key because it facilitates understanding the design logic without incorporating more advanced variables that could complicate the analysis at an initial stage, thus promoting progressive, structured, and solid learning. Remember that in the description of this video, you will find the link to access the complete duct design course. On the screen, we observe the diagram corresponding to a short installation. This means that the air path is not extensive and that the system does not have large branches or complex roots. In this case, the distance between the fan and the last grill is approximately 8 meters or 25 feet. It is a relatively short length, which allows us to simplify certain design criteria, reduce friction losses, and avoid advanced static pressure calculations without compromising the proper operation of the system. Because the system is short, we can assume that the original fan has sufficient pressure to drive the cold air to all the grills without significant losses that would affect comfort. For this reason, we will not focus on the detailed calculation of installation pressure, since in this case it does not constitute a critical parameter. Instead, we will focus the analysis on air velocity inside the duct, since this variable is decisive to ensure quiet operation, avoid vibrations, minimize annoying noise, and guarantee uniform airflow distribution in each conditioned space. In the description of this video, you will also find the link to access the complete duct design course, where topics such as pressure losses, static pressure, fan selection, and other essential criteria in longer or more complex installations are studied in greater depth. Another relevant piece of data is that the total supply airflow is 1,000 CFM, distributed into two outlets that feed different zones of the space, allowing balanced distribution of the conditioned air. As we studied previously, as a general rule, approximately 400 CFM are required per ton of refrigeration. This means that each outlet operates with 1.25 tons of refrigeration, which is equivalent to an approximate capacity of 15,000 BTU per hour, a value consistent with the cooling needs of the space and suitable for maintaining stable thermal comfort conditions. To calculate the main duct, we divide the airflow by the design velocity. This direct relationship between flow and velocity allows us to determine the required duct area quickly and effectively. If we select a quiet velocity of 1,500 feet per minute, equivalent to 7.5 meters per second, a value commonly recommended in main ducts to avoid excessive noise, unnecessary losses, and acoustic discomfort, we then proceed to calculate the area required to efficiently transport the airflow. If the duct to be installed is square, it is sufficient to calculate the square root of the obtained area, since all its sides are equal and the cross-section is uniformly distributed. The square root of 0.66 square feet is approximately 0.81 feet. This value provides us with a clear reference to define the physical dimensions of the main duct that will be installed in the system. Remember again that in the description of this video, you will find the link to access the complete duct design course. To calculate the secondary ducts, we must keep in mind that each zone requires 1.25 tons of refrigeration. According to the basic design rule, for each ton 400 CFM must be supplied, so each zone needs 500 CFM. This method is based on maintaining the same velocity throughout the entire system, since in this installation, detailed pressure control is not required. By again applying the relationship between airflow and the velocity of 1,500 feet per minute, we obtain the recommended area for each secondary branch. Since square ducts will also be installed, we calculate their dimensions by extracting the square root of the obtained area. The square root of 0.33 square feet is approximately 0.57 feet, which gives us a clear reference to define the physical dimensions of each secondary duct. Remember that in the video description you can access the complete duct design course, where other examples using rectangular and circular ducts are developed. We must also note that the installation has a return duct that handles 900 CFM, a value slightly lower than the total supply airflow. This means that of 1,000 CFM of cold air entering the space, 100 CFM are exhausted to the outside for ventilation or extraction purposes, while 900 CFM return to the unit to be cooled again, filtered, and recirculated, thus maintaining the system's energy efficiency. Therefore, it is necessary to introduce 100 CFM of fresh air to compensate for the extracted air and maintain system balance, avoiding unwanted positive or negative pressures inside the space. This air renewal aims to maintain a low concentration of contaminants, reduce odors, improve indoor air quality, and guarantee adequate conditions of comfort, health, and well-being for the people occupying the conditioned space.